Hi everybody, in today's video I am going to be unboxing the July Your Creative Studio vintage themed stationery box. And this box is curated to be a vintage style box. See, all the stationery has a vintage type theme. And for the sake of everyone's ears, I have gone ahead and taken off all of the plastic wrappers off of everything, because I know some people don't like the sound of that, especially if they're wearing headphones or earbuds. It tends to be super loud in the ear, so I went ahead and took all that off. And while I did that, I'm going to try not to make too much noise with this. While I did that, I was able to kind of get a feel for the style of the box for this month. So here's the cute little card with the note. I love the font of this. And here is the exclusive sticker sheet that she includes every month. And I kind of had an idea what we were going for with a theme when I saw the mushrooms and the tags and then this typeface font with the stickers, which I really love. I always use these sticker sheets all up. Like, I never have anything left after a couple weeks, which I really love because I'm not keeping it in my stash, which is really, really helpful. So with that, let's go ahead and move on. So there are 2 rolls of washi tape, and you can see I have opened them to look at them so I could get a better idea of what was going on. And this one has a cinema ticket stub kind of feel. And my only complaint with this one, I love a good ticket stub washi. I love tickets. I love anything to do with tickets and ticket stubs. But the only unfortunate thing about this is that on every single image, it says sample text, your text here. I think that might have been a manufacturing error. It won't bother me or faze me. I will still use it. I can just layer something on top of it or put another sticker on top of it. That's not going to faze me one bit. But I know some people might be particular about that, so just be aware of that. If you see this washi around and it looks like something you might be interested in. This washi tape has an industrial feel. There is a locomotive here and then some industrial type machines. When I first looked at it, I thought maybe it might have been like a letterpress style, but then I saw the locomotive here and it struck me that I think it's just supposed to be industrial, which goes really, really well with this typeface font here, which I really, really like. The next thing, which is probably my favorite item in the box, are these vintage labels. Now, I have seen these online and I have been wanting them really, really bad, but I have not pulled the trigger, and I am so glad that I didn't, because now I have them. And the reason that these are my favorite item is because of how versatile they are. So first of all, you get many designs. Second of all, you get 3 designs of each image and label, which, I mean, is great for me because I love to share. So I keep one for myself and send the 2 others away. I usually put them in Happy Mail, and it really helps keep the amount of things that I have in my stash low. So the other reason I really love these is because there's a vintage postal theme throughout the whole thing, as well as a vintage floral theme. And if you've been following me for a while, or even if you're new here, you know, or you will know, that my favorite things ever are vintage florals. Anything to do with postage or postal or the mail system, anything to do with the mail. I'm a huge snail mail enthusiast. I love sending mail, and I love anything with like the cancellations or postage stamps or just anything like that. So I'm a big fan of this particular box. And to go along with this month's theme, I did see a lot of mushroom designs, which I thought was very clever. I think that's very sweet. I know mushrooms are super popular right now, and I can appreciate that. There's nothing wrong with them. I've had mushrooms growing in my yard forever, and I always try to take pictures because I know everybody likes them, and I share them on my Instagram stories. And they're fun. They're a new trend that are popular that I am getting used to. They would not have been my first choice for something maybe about 6 months ago or so, but I don't mind using them now. They've become popular and the imaging has gotten popular, so it makes it a little bit easier to use when you've got pretty things to work with. So yeah, really love these. These are my favorite. I think I've flipped through those enough. I just want to give everybody an idea of how much is in the box and the images. The next thing we have here is this little Matchbox notebook, and it's just craft paper inside. I probably won't use it like a notebook or anything. I probably just use it to tear the pages out to write little tiny notes or to stamp images on, or use them as layering, pieces of layering, and it tears out super easy. It's just glued in, so you don't have to worry about tearing a spine or anything. So I really like that, and I did sample one of the items. This item is a stamp. It's a postally stamp. It's a return to sender type stamp. And I love wooden stamps. I love any kind of stamps that I love anything I can keep in my stash permanently. These labels will run out, the stickers will run out, the notepads will run out, but these will remain, and that's why I love them. You know, the washi rolls will hang around for what feels like forever, but eventually it runs out. But these will remain. So I love them. And I went ahead and tested that image on the little brown paper from this, and it stamps beautifully. And that leads me into my next item here, which is this stamp with a mushroom motif, and then this really pretty industrial like image back here. I think that's really nice, and it goes perfectly with the theme for this month. Next, we have in here this little envelope, and inside of it there are a few vellum pieces with some mushroom images on them, which are really cute. Again, the vellum paper adds a lot of really nice texture to your layouts or to your Happy Mail, and I think that's really sweet to have that. Then we have some washi stickers. I'm not going to take these out of the pack just because there's a few mushroom stickers and then some floral stickers. They look like all the other ones that I have been getting before, so I'm just going to leave those there because I don't want them to get everywhere. Next are two of these notepads. This first one is really cool. It's a meal notepad where you're able to select breakfast, lunch, tea time, or dinner, where you had the meal and what you chose. And I think this is going to be great for travel journaling or trying a new restaurant or location in an area where you live currently, maybe a little date night, or maybe a recipe that you're trying for the first time. I think this is just really, really versatile and great. And another perk is I can tear off a couple sheets and send them to a pen pal. It's another little added extra to put in my Happy Mail. And then we have another really cute notepad here. I love the color, I love the design. There's ticket stubs on here with a sweet little sentiment that says, "Life, half is memory, half is to continue," which is really, really sweet. I think that's really nice, and it's the perfect size for a traveler's notebook. And again, I can tear a couple sheets off and send them in the mail. Next, we have some what feel to me like really thick bookmarks. I don't think I will use these in my journal spreads just because they're very thick, and I don't really like a whole lot of thick things in my journal layouts, and these are very thick. It's a very hard paper, but the images really are lovely. Those are really cute. Next, and most intriguingly so, is this really cute clear stamp set. I used to love clear stamps. I've got a huge collection. I have actually started giving them away because I don't use them anymore, but they are starting to come back, I think. And I think that is because wooden stamps tend to take up a lot of space, and you need a lot of space to store them, and I think people kind of forgot about that when wooden stamps started to come back this past, I don't know, year or so. And I think they were popular several years ago, maybe a decade ago, maybe less. And people were like, I don't have space to store these, so they started doing clear stamps, and then people stopped liking clear stamps as much because you have to have an acrylic block. Sometimes the material wears out, the stickiness wears out, they don't stick to this anymore. And you have to clean them, you have to put them away, you have to store them, and it just became so much work, whereas a wooden stamp, you just take it, you put it in some ink, you stamp it down, and then you're done. Not quite as much work, but I think clear stamps are coming back, which is really cool. It's another added thing. So the sweet thing about this is that there are really sweet designs. There's some embroidery stickers, a dip pen and ink, a little package, typewriter, some dip pens, some more mail, a camera, and then this really sweet dip pen and ink holder thing that would go on a desk, which I think is really lovely. I have stamped this out to see if the material was going to stamp well. Sometimes the plastic can be really squishy, and when you press it down, the image gets fat and it's not quite as clear. Sometimes the ink doesn't stick to the plastic as well, so you get a really blotchy effect. I did not have that issue. I used this image right here, and here is the stamped out image. It worked perfectly. I used my Memento black ink, which is right here, old trusty right here. And then I did stamp the mushroom stamp in this one, and then I went to go take a picture of them and sat it right back down, and I got this double image. The same for this one as well. They both came out really well. I like how broad this one is, and I like how fine this one is. In the picture, it seems to be the other way. It seems like this one should be pretty fine, stamp's pretty thick. I actually prefer it that way. And this one looks like it's going to stamp pretty thick, actually stamps out really fine, and I actually prefer it that way. So I was really, really happy with the stamped out images of these. I'm very, very happy. The last thing in the box were these 6x6 papers that you can use to layer in your journals, and again, it has an industrial type theme throughout. So I really, really like this box. I think to date this is probably my favorite, just because there is stuff that I like. I really love these. I've been really wanting these, and to have them in my stash now makes me very happy. I love wooden stamps. These make me happy. I'm really excited to try some new clear stamps. I was worried about the quality of them. I am not worried about the quality. Like I said, you just peel it off right here. You stick it onto an acrylic block, you dip it in some ink, and you stamp it down. So one piece of advice when it comes to clear stamps when they're new, you can take a pencil eraser and just, I don't have a pencil here, but just rub the plastic right here, and that will get the stamp ready to absorb the ink a little bit better so that it doesn't come out blotchy. You could just rub it with your skin, or you could just rub it on your pants. I rubbed mine on my pants. I'm wearing some cotton lounge pants, and I just rubbed it on there really quickly, and I didn't have to worry about that. It stuck right back onto the plastic pretty well. I hope that they stay nice. I have a feeling these are very soft. I have a feeling that after some substantial use, they will become less sticky. So, that being said, I think the clear stamps are fun because you can see where you're putting them. Once you put them on a block, you can see where the image is going, so you can get a really straight, perfect image. You can, when you're inking it up, you can leave this empty if you just want the pens, or if you just want the envelope. You don't have to get the text, which I think is really special. This is going to add some really fun dynamic to the journaling, I think. So I think that's all I have for you. I showed you, the stamped images of this, and I think I've showed you everything. So I think I'm going to end the unboxing. I will be doing a journal with me video for using these images probably in the next week or so. I just wanted to quickly show you guys what was in this box because it's a fun one. I really, really enjoyed the stuff that was in this box. I think it's going to be really fun, and I like that the themes are just really well thought out. I think that's really nice when a theme comes together like that. I don't have to put any thought or effort into gathering my supplies. This is already done for me, and I love that. I think that's my favorite thing about these subscription boxes, is that I don't have to think about it. I just grab the supplies and that's done. And the even better part about this particular subscription from Your Creative Studio is that all of the supplies that she sends month after month after month will be cohesive with the supplies from previous months. So I can use these supplies with stuff that I have left over from last month or the month before, and I don't have to worry about anything not working or being cohesive, because it will. So that's all I have for you guys. I hope you have a great day. I hope you're doing well, and thank you for hanging out with me. I'll catch you later. Bye.